New into stock, we have a really handy price range sort of vehicle. It's a Ford Mondeo 2-litre TDCi Zetec 5-door estate. It's a 2011 on a 61 plate. Fuel economy is urban 44.1, extra urban 61.4, combined is 53.3, so very economical too. 0 to 60 time of 11 seconds and a top speed of 116 miles per hour out of 113 brake horsepower, 16 valve engine. MOT'd until the 28th of 2nd 2019, just been done. It's also just been serviced as well. Road tax 6 months £77, 12 months 140. So as I say, a reasonably priced, very handy vehicle. Front parking sensors, we've got the multi-spoke alloy wheels, rear privacy glass, integrated tailgate spoiler, electric boot release, plenty of room in the back. This has got a heavy duty rear load liner as well, load cover which is a blind and slides backwards, the rear seats split independently and full forward, making a really nice big load space. We've got reversing sensors in the bumper. Now, full disclosure, the rear bumper has been painted at some time and it's slightly off colour. We haven't done it, we've tried to keep it to a price. If you couldn't live with it and you wanted it doing, we'd get it done, but it would be a small extra cost. I'll show you in the back. Plenty of room in the back. I've got my seat a long way back, the driver's seat, and I've still got bags of leg room here and plenty of headroom. We've got rear centre armrest here, 3 inertia reel belts, the Isofix child seat anchor points, aluminium effect trims on the doors, and also an airbag B pillar there. I'll just take you for a ride in it. Two keys, remote central lock-in, proper ignition key. Let's just see, where's that? So height and reach adjustable steering wheel. The service history, proper service book as well, all stamped up. 2nd of the 6th 2012 at 12,573 miles, and that's Lutterworth Ford. 10th of the 4th 2013 at 25,032, again Lutterworth Ford. 7th of the 10th 2013, 37,563, Sandycliff Leicester. And then 28th of 6th 2014 at 49,934, Lutterworth Ford again. 30th of the 12th 2015 at 62,854, I think that's Jennings Ford Direct. And then 14th of the 11th 2016, 75,476, Newtown MOT Limited. Newtown had done a good job there, but unfortunately here they've forgotten to put the date on. That was done at 88,053 miles, and I can only assume that was done in 2000, probably 2018. I would hazard a guess at. And then 14th of 2nd 2019, 100,894, Halfords Auto Centre. Now, when we take a car in, I wouldn't exactly say alarm bell sound, but if somebody's swapping for the same sort of car, not much different, you always think to yourself, there's something wrong with their car. This one, the chap's been looking at our Range Rover Westminster for probably about 4 weeks, I think. While he's looking at it, he's gone and got his own car serviced and he's got it MOT'd, and he's jumping from a Mondeo estate, which is fairly economical, to a 4.4 Range Rover Westminster. So he's not stuck for money, he's not scrimping and scraping by not getting his car MOT'd. That's the other thing, that people bring a car in just before it needs MOT because they think there's going to be something wrong with it. So he's just had it MOT'd, he's just had it serviced, and then he's come and swapped it in for a beautiful car, I have to say, the Range Rover Westminster black one that we had before. So I'm not too concerned about this car. I'm pretty sure it's okay. On the way down here it drives fine, but it is what it is. It's got a tiny scuff on the front bumper, which we'll just touch in, and as I mentioned about the rear bumper, you can buy it cheap as it is. If you couldn't live with it, then we'd get it done for you, and but it would be an extra cost. Probably not a great deal. We've got a good body shop, and they don't try and lift our legs when we take them little jobs like this. Just check everything's working. So that's the driver's door mirror, passenger door mirrors working fine. We'll just that. Okay, the Range Rover Westminster that this chap bought, I was using it until we got a 16 plate Range Rover in that I used instead, and using it every day. Everything was fine. Chap came to pick it up and one of the rear windows wasn't working. I'm afraid that's sod's law. We can't legislate for stuff like that, but as you can see at the moment, everything's working on the car. It's a Ford. I would expect it to run well. I would expect it to change gears probably better than most other cars on the road. They're very, very economical. You can always get parts for them. There's plenty of water factors. You don't have to buy the dealer parts. You can get them from auto factors. So they're nice and reasonable to keep on the road. I assume for if you want an estate car, you've either got a dog, and if you have got a dog, you're welcome to our garage, and or you've got a hobby, mountain biking, fishing, whatever, and you need an estate car. This is ideal for especially if it's a second car you need. So as you can see, plenty of acceleration. I'll just reset the fuel actually. Average speed, average fuel. So I'll just reset that because it's been ticking over while we've been while I've been photographing it, and I always forget to do that. So nice and smooth, no wind noise, no knocks, no vibrations through the steering wheel. There's nothing behind me, so I can brake. Discs are okay. Brakes in a straight line. And as I say, this Ford gearboxes, they're just a work of art, really. So finished in silver. It's got anthracite cloth with a kind of a bluey grey patterned centre panel. We've got this dark silver finish inset to the door cards and also the centre console, and it continues into the gear tunnel here. Got a front central armrest with a little bit of load space in there, and we'll just wait till we stop here and look at it properly. Yeah, that's felt in, and then looks like there's a CD holder at the bottom. CD radio, it's Bluetooth hands-free, it's also Bluetooth audio streaming, and sat-nav too. I will show you how to pair your mobile to it when we stop, and also how to program the sat-nav. Nav button is there. It's a touch screen as well. We'll just put it on map so you can see where we are. So nice display as well. I don't know, what's that, about 6-inch display cross screen. Cruise control here, which which I'll just check when we're going up the motorway. Right, so just a quick look around there. Your on and resume buttons are there, cancels there, set. Oh no, sorry, that's resume there, so that must be set there, and set minus. Let's just see what that does. That's speed limiter, the bottom one. Cruise control on there. We've got, again, one accessory that I wouldn't do without, that would be the first tick on the option list: heated front screen. Silky smooth gearbox. Just nip down to the motorway to the next junction. See how it performs at 70. We always do at least a 10-mile drive in all the cars that come in, make sure everything's okay and that they don't have any coolant leaks or anything when we get back, oil leaks, that they don't overheat, just stuff that you wouldn't be able to find on just a ramp inspection. So there we go, 70. Cruise on, set 70 miles an hour. We're just doing below 70 miles an hour, so if I touch that, we just speed up a little bit, an increment each time. We're doing 70, 2,000 revs in 6th gear, and the average fuel consumption now is creeping up. Well, I reset it before and it's creeping up at 38.5, 38.7, 30, 39, so it's going up all the time. So on the motorway, obviously you'd be getting towards 50 miles to the gallon, I would think, and perhaps even above. The figures on the spec sheets, they're not ours, they're government figures, but they are unrealistic's probably not the word, but I think they're optimistic, to say the least. We're just coming off at this next junction. If you leave it too late, all the traffic's bunched up and you can't get in. So if I switch this to auxiliary, you'll see there it's playing an audio book through my phone, through the Bluetooth system, or you've got radio there. There's also CD and anything you want to plug in through the auxiliary input. Instrument display, rev counter on the left, then coolant temperature at the top, then fuel gauge, your information display in the center bottom, and then on the right your speedo. He managed to cut in ahead of all the traffic. Does it help helps if you have flashing lights. So plenty of room in the back, front and rear parking sensors. We've got alloy wheels, all the tyres are reasonably good. Long MOT and just serviced. Climate control switches there, or car's not being cleaned. As soon as Lance gets on this, it'll be a huge improvement. Nice Bentley Bentayga there, belonging to one of our friends from the garage. The car handles really, really well. Very long ago I used one of the previous shape Mondeo diesels for quite a while actually, and I was very, very impressed with the fuel economy, and they do have everything that you could possibly need as far as accessories go. Steering is superb as well. It's amazing. There's a real quiet road. You don't see a car until you come across an obstruction or a cyclist, and you always meet at the same point a car coming the other way. Coming into the area of Waltony Dale where we are. hate that guy. He shits the road up all the way through town. Usually when you've just had your car cleaned at the car wash around the corner, and then you have to drive through about that much of pig shit. Overloading his trailer and inconsiderate. Really nice driving car. The average fuel economy now is showing 49.8 and it's still climbing. So a nice flat load area at the back if you do have a dog, for it to jump in nice and easy. Here we are back at the garage. That's ticking over and I'm having to slow it down. Ticking over in 6th gear and I'm having to slow it down because we'd be going over 30.